I am not a fan of collective tarot readings. I feel like the saying, take what resonates and leave what doesn't, leaves so much room for error, and there's no personal connection between the tarot reader and the querent. When I went live, I used to actually close out all of my lives with a collective reading because I discovered a way about how I can provide an individualized experience with tarot and everyone can feel the magic of it all at the same time. So that's what we're going to be doing in this video. To begin, if you're still with me, let's take a breathing exercise and I'll give you some directions after that. So let's just breathe in. Okay, so if you're still with me, let's ask our question. What I'd like you to do is ask your question in such a way of how or what. How can I approach this situation? What do I need to do? What do I need to think about? What should I consider? How can I attract true love? How can I attract money? All that kind of stuff. Just how or what. If we ask questions with a when or a definite like when something will happen, we're asking the universe to provide things for us instead of working with the universe. And if we're working with the universe, we're actually giving ourselves a human experience instead of just sitting back on the couch and waiting for something to happen. So that's why I do the how or the what questions and leave it a little bit more open into interpretation to let your imagination, your creativity, and the universe to kind of fill in the blanks. So put that down in the comments section below. I would like to remind you to give this a share if you find this helpful. And then let's just pull some cards and just see what comes up for you guys. Now I shuffle 9 times. That's my own practice, and I am sharing that with you now. Okay, so today you got the High Priestess in reverse. Now with the I'm trying to figure out a better way to put this. You got the High Priestess in reverse. Now the High Priestess, I like to see her as an oracle. I like to see her as, you know those oracles in the Neverending Story where I think his name is Atreyu, needs to pass through them and he sees all the remains of all the people that have tried to pass through them and he jumps and he makes it. Spoiler alert. I think of her as one of those oracles. Not like a mean oracle, but she has a lot of secrets. She's usually sitting between 2 pillars, and behind her is usually like it's a tapestry of fruit or things that, it's like a glimpse of your dreams, glimpse of what you're actually looking for. So with her, she has a lot of secrets, and she wants to give you those secrets and those answers, but you need to prove yourself worthy of those answers and those secrets. Also, there's a lot of intuition involved with that. It's not just you being worthy of secrets. It's more of you being more in tune with your intuition and all that kind of stuff. So now, with it being reversed, we've got blocked, delayed, healing, or internal energy. So with whatever question you've asked, really focus more on your internal intuition. Like I like to think of more of a society tells you to go to college. Society tells you that you need to get married. Society tells you that you need to do this. But what do you want to do? What is your interpretation? What does your intuition tell you to do regarding whatever question that you've asked? The card at the bottom of the deck you have is the 7 of Pentacles. Now the 7 of Pentacles I like to see as a gardening card. And it's also this guy. He has planted all of these plants. He's very proud of the work that he's done. But the work is not quite ready to be picked yet. The fruit is not ready to be picked yet. He can still feel proud of himself for doing what he's done, but it's not quite ready to be revealed. It's not quite ready to be shown to the world, shown to the universe. It's not quite ready to be released as a book yet, or as an art piece, or even a package of what you're trying to do for your business, whatever that is. So also with this being reversed, we've got blocked, delayed, healing, or internal energy. So with this being said, I'm getting chills down my right side. With this being said, it kind of feels like something like you have not put in the work in order to release said thing that you want or what you're asking about. There's probably some research that you still need to do. There's probably some extra steps that you need to take. Instead of getting that instant gratification, there's probably still a sense of things that you need to do in order to accomplish whatever question you've asked. Um, if I was going to pay attention to this a little bit, I would pay a little bit more attention to the High Priestess, because the High Priestess is a major arcana card, and the major arcana cards are the big lessons of life. They are it's a little bit more heavier weight. It feels more like a big lessons of life, and then the minor arcana, which is what the Seven of Pentacles is a like, what did I have for breakfast? It's the daily things. It's still important, but it's just not as big, if that makes sense. Not as a bigger lesson. What I'm also recognizing right here is that we've got the Seven of Pentacles. We had two Pentacles cards yesterday. So Pentacles is the earth element. It's the slowest element. It's usually associated with our health, our body, and our money. So I feel like there's a lot of collective energy right now that we all just need to slow down, enjoy the current moment, maybe just kind of reassociate our connection with money, maybe our relationships with money, or our bodies, or the things that we can touch, whatever that is. So that's just kind of what I'm getting from this. And also, we did get one reversed card, I believe, yesterday as well. Now we have two here. So there's a lot of slowing down that probably needs to happen within the collective. And that is how I would interpret these cards. If you see anything in the cards, like symbols, numbers, colors, pay attention to your own senses. What do you see, hear, feel, taste, smell, but also what do you feel physically and emotionally as you're looking at the cards. Just kind of use your own interpretation and associate it more with your own personal question to make sure that you experience the actual magic of tarot. With that being said, I think I'm just going to call it. Let's all do a closing breathing exercise, and then we can go on with our day. So breathe in. Thank you.